Good day! I'm Ikslorin, and normally on this channel we try and figure out how we can make some unconventional ideas work. Something like last week, for example, where we tried to make this middle warrior working, and it worked somewhat. Or at least I couldn't see how it shouldn't have worked, but the win rate wasn't really that impressive. Let's just say it like that. But, well, after that one deck, that was actually the last one that I myself wanted to try out with GVG. That was experimental and not like one of the meta decks. So, after that I thought, since I seem to be getting slowly to be a worse player just in general, I thought maybe I should just go back to actually play some meta decks, like the Mech Mage and the Oily Rogue. But just because the best way just to play or learn your opponents and just be better playing against all of these meta decks is to be able to think like them, to be better to expect them. And just knowing that deck is not going to help. You have to know how they think and when they're going to play what. But then all of a sudden I stumbled over this deck from a few months ago. That is one of the Trump's beautiful decks. And, well, I think it was from late December, early January, I think. And the thing was that Trump wanted to try and make and see if he could get the Fel Reaver to work in a deck. And, well, the idea is pretty simple for the rest of the deck then. If you look at the Fel Reaver, there are three factors in here. First off, it discards cards. That means that you will have to be aggro, because if you're control or anything else than aggro, you will probably die to fatigue, because you will be able to burn half of your deck away. On the other hand, also on top of that, you cannot be combo reliant, so or just have any combos in this deck at all. So these two things is already excluded because of Fel Reaver, so we know we have to have an aggro deck without any combos. And then it's also a mech, so we probably would want some kind of mech focused thing, and that was also what Trump thought, as we can see here. We have backstabs obviously for board control, deadly poisons for the same, and then a lot of mechs and also some other stuff here for more board control and maybe face damage too. And then also with Coghammer, where is it? The Mech Warper, and Cogmaster's Wenge, and Iron Sensi, and the Tinkertown Technician. We also have synergy. Not combos, but synergy with the mechs, which works really well. So it doesn't matter if anything like any of this is burned away. All of this is still high value cards that are all mechs and synergized together. So the Fel Reaver should be really good in this deck, and it has actually been working surprisingly well for me. It has been a very fun time. I have been going from 18 and 1 stars all the way up to 16 and 2. Then I have been falling down again a little bit, but let's see if we can actually just get a little bit of a better one and turn this around maybe. I would really like that. As long as we don't run into a paladin, because last time I ran into a paladin, it ended up with him just humiliating both of my Fel Reavers. Really giving me just a minion with only a backdoor and no useful part of it, because, well, if you don't have the 8 attacks, then discarding the cards is just awful. Probably keep a backstab, because at 17 I still expect a Sue. But then again, at 17, again, a Warlock seems nowadays to be only Handlock, really. It's actually rather weird. Are all the Sues gone? Well, yeah. I have actually not seen any Sues lately. I have only seen Handlocks and Demon Locks. Actually rather sad. Well, it's not a Sue, but it's a Murloc aggro deck, so it's something. I guess we probably would go for this together with a backstab then. Job's done. Yes, we would want to do that. Then we can go for an Annoyage one next turn if he plays anything that is dangerous. I mean, turn 2 he could go for the charge Murloc. Yes, that one. So probably should have gone for the Annoyatron, since I actually knew he was going for this whole Murloc thing. I should have expected that. Bluegill Warrior. I was just too greedy. Well, it was a 2-mana card for a 2-mana card, but so it was okay of a trade, but not really worth it that much. He's doing a lot of interesting stuff. Well, okay, so it's a 3-1, but I'm not going to trade, obviously. That would be stupid. Why should I do that? So I'm just going for face. If he wants to trade out, I'm fine with that, but I will just try and maximize my amount of damage, or the amount of damage I have here. And then probably dump an Annoyatron to buff this one again. Also, going for an Ironbeak Owl on a Harvest Golem seems to me to be rather counterproductive now that he is a heavy aggro deck. I mean, if he is doing this right, then he should have only Murlocs because he wants to kill me turn 3 or 4. Or 5, maybe. But doing this seems not to be that useful for me. He should try and make me be the one that actually tries to keep the board clear, but he's actually the one that is doing the work. And I'm fine with that, because I'm just going to hit him in the face. Like a proper aggro player should do. Life tapping again. He has a really terrible hand. Or his deck doesn't have a proper focus. One of those two things. For 3 mana, what could he play for 3 mana? Well, that would be one thing. Doesn't have charge though, so he cannot really use it this turn. I'm just going to obviously pop it like this. The shield for that seems to fine to me, so all of the buffs are going away. And then just try and dump my whole hand in some way. Mech Warper? Yes, that seems good. That would be then 1 mana, right? So we could go in here and then go for a Time Rewind and then play it again. Yes, I like that. Going for face. Going for face. And I get a dagger. Cool. So Jeeves and Deadly Poison next turn for 4 mana. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. We would have 7 damage here plus 3. So 10. And then we get a lot of card draw. Also, that will be 4 mana. Then we will still have 3 mana left for anything we draw. And, well, at least he kills it, but using Immortal Coil on that seems rather desperate. Seems rather desperate to me. That isn't that helpful right now. Oh, that is good. That is a good play. He has a lot of stuff now on the board. I like that. He's probably still dead. Especially since there's another Annoyatron here. Yeah, I'm just going to go for face. I don't see any reason not to. And a Blade Flurry. And that. Not really that important, but I mean, if we want to bad mana, we can go for a Blade Flurry. Blade Flurry and an SI7. Actually, that would probably, if he could be able, or is in some way able to remove my whole board, that would be the winning play here. We have lethal with that. So if he should in some way be able to clear the whole board, then we have that. So actually, even though I was saying that we shouldn't do it, and we shouldn't probably if he cannot clear the board, then it's probably still something that we should consider. Yeah, he's figuring out, but problem is he cannot kill everything. And now that he hasn't killed the 4/4, then I'm a little bit afraid that he cannot do enough here. Can he? I mean, for 1 mana you could go for an Abusive Sergeant, making this one a 5/2, hitting that, then I would have still enough to kill him. There you go. And getting back up to 16, I like this. If we can just keep on doing that, this will be a great time. And the next one is found. Hopefully not a paladin. I don't know if I'm just going to keep on ranting about that, but that game was really irritating. Getting 2 Fel Reavers out and both of them humiliated. Oh well. Turn 2, well, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Awesome. Or turn that 3. Both of them pretty good. And another Warlock. Doing nothing turn 1. Okay, so at least we know what he is. He's obviously a Handlock. Yes, that still looks like a Handlock. Could also be a Demon Lock, but statistically speaking, it's obvious, or it's most likely a Handlock. I don't see any reason not to go for an Annoyance one here. That one can be killed the least. Wow. Mortal Coil on the Annoyance one is a recurring thing, as it seems. He's using a lot of removal here. Don't think he will be able to just keep on doing that. Especially with this on the board. He has just used 1 Dark Bomb, but I can't see him having another one. Though he could go for the Hellfire. We just hit 4 mana. He has 1 Hellfire in the deck, probably. And Implosion. Okay, this gotta be the Demon Lock then. We want this one to survive. So this one is no matter what going for face. This one in here, and then either we should go for a dagger. Backstabbing could we could also backstab it. But backstabbing that. But then we can just play more this turn. We could also emergency coolant on that one. Yeah, I like that. And then Tinkertown. Way better. It's fine with... I like using a spare part on that. That seems to be worth it. A backstab? Not really, but... yeah. I like this a lot. Well...
here we go.
should I just go for face here? I mean, we are aggro, but should I just go for face? Isn't that risky? I mean, how would he do it then? He would probably kill this, and then this. Then I would have to go in anyway, or he will kill it and... so, yeah, lower third into my 4/4, his 1/1 into my 2/1, Mech Warper. And could I do it better in any way? Well, we could go with this and this. This would be a better trade for me, but it is also slower. So I'm in 2 minds about this. I'm very much in 2 minds about this. Jesus, can you stop doing that? Taunts. Ah, Fel Reaver, hello. So, backstabbing to make the SI7 agent working. And yes, obviously taking the weapon, because all of these are worth more than a weapon. Also, jeez, sure, why not? Getting a card? I like that idea. Also, we can dump our whole hand next turn anyway, so it will be great. Taunting our 3/3 or something, so that he cannot get to our Fel Reaver. Or 4/3 for that matter. Oh, that's fine. Yes, he's actually rather passively trying just to survive in some way. So I like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we're no matter what going to trade in this way, so we have 4 left. 4 from 7 is 3, so we can go for a Mech Warper and all of these things, and then taunt on that. Making the most out of thieves. And we even still have the mana for the dagger here. Awesome. So that's pretty much him killed, isn't it? Except if he can... Yeah, a Hellfire would still do a lot of damage. Though he would then also have to deal with my Fel Reaver in some way. And I'm not so sure if he can. Well, that helps him somewhat. I mean, I cannot... Well, I can now. Well, not really. I can just go in with both of these. That won't help me either. Now he's just trying to burn my cards, as it seems. He's not really out to do anything here. He's probably going to concede after this. Okay, he's allowing me to take the win game here, but still. Yeah, that wasn't really that much he could have done. If he had drawn that Hellfire, though, it would have been completely different. Totally different. I guess I was just lucky that he didn't get the Hellfire. Problem would just have been at last, if he had got the Hellfire just the last turn, he would also have dealt 3 damage to himself, meaning that the Fel Reaver would have killed him anyway. So if he had life tapped and gotten the Hellfire then, it wouldn't have helped. But Hellfire before the Fel Reaver would actually have been rather useful, I think. Then he would maybe have been able to deal with all of this much better, and I would have been able to snowball, really. I really just did, because I think actually the fact that I chose to trade more valuably is, even if I was aggro, was actually probably, I think actually was the proper choice here. I want turn 1 play. We have a turn 1 in this, maybe, but then we need a turn 2 play. Well, we get 2 cards from this, so I think this is okay. We can also just coin the Mech Warper, then we have the Harvest Golem as a turn 2 play. So that's okay too. A Blood Imp, okay, so we have a Demon deck. In some way. So that is good. Or at least this is not really threatening me, so I'm okay-ish with that. And then we either go for Harvest Golem or the Iron Sensei. Actually, maybe we should just go for the Sensei and see if we can get this Mech Warper to snowball as fast as possible. Also just so that he is out of range of anything dangerous. Well, we're going to... Oh yeah, of course. Cannot just backstab that thing. Oh yeah, we can. Awesome. I don't know why it took me so long to actually see that play. That one was actually rather obvious. But rather slow on the other hand. We haven't played a minion. We haven't dealt any damage to his face. But on the other hand, we killed the Knife Juggler, which is really important against an aggro player. It seems to be some kind of demon-based aggro thing, maybe. I guess, maybe. I hope. I guess. I don't know. So Harvest Golem, really a sticky minion or Iron Sensei. Not a sticky minion, but value is in because it buffs this one. Oh yeah, hello. Well, Iron Sensei is a cooler choice, but I guess we just... I think the more safe one is just to go... Oh, I should have gone for the face there. The more safe is just to go with the sticky minion.
I am not a morning person.
Ooh, synergy. I like that. Well, Iron Sensei and Eviscerate, and my dagger should do it, right? So, with that and the Mech Warper to the face, we again have the board. And the Sensei is also now down, so Fel Reaver next turn probably. Or Jeeves, depends really on it. Maybe we also have to react to something. At turn 5 he's gotta have something now to play. He has 6 cards in his hand. He has been drawing for these 5 turns plus life tapping twice. He should have something. But then again, I have been trading favorably with everything, I guess. I mean, I have the board, but he has way more cards than I have. And he just killed my Sensei. Actually, he has dealt more damage to himself than I have to him. That's sad. Well, that was not what I intended on doing. Damn it. had miscounted my mana for 1 wrong, so I thought I could just go for dagger and then Fel Reaver. Turns out I only had 5 mana, not 6. Ah, Doomguard. Those were some good cards that he just had lost there, so I like that. Yeah. Well, this one in here, followed up by Clockmaster's Wench and Tinkertown. And yeah, go in with face. Yeah, I like that. And there we go. Again, we have the board. We have really everything ready for Fel Reaver. He just discarded a Shadow Bolt for a Doomguard that I just killed. Though he has a second one, I just also got the Boulder Fist down. Oh, it's not going really well for him. Though he has been the first one to draw cards, so he may. Well, yeah, there's no problem here. We just actually just dump our whole hand like this, and there we go. Should he in some way be able to debuff, we now have the reversing switch. So if he suddenly should change into a paladin, we are fine, I guess. At this point, actually with a Fel Reaver, most people then end up just trying to make what am I trying to say? Just to make me burn as many cards as possible and not try to actually do the proper play, which is also a really good thing about this. Why the Fel Reaver is actually pretty damn good, because people actually play wrong with this thing, or against this thing, just because it's fancy. And I don't know what he had. Obviously, I don't think I don't expect him to actually have been able to answer with anything that we had here. But I still, he should maybe have done something else than that, like that. I mean, he just emoted as sorry after he had burned 6 of my cards, so he obviously wanted to do that. But then again, I guess he just had a bad time. He also had a very cheap deck. It seemed like he had just started playing, so it was maybe also a little bit awful of me to make him face a deck like that. Also then, on the other hand, that is pretty much my fault, because I haven't been playing enough to get through the proper ranks. I should really work to get over to 7 again. So yeah, let's see if this deck can actually do it. At least right now it has done really well, so thank you, Trump. Thank you for watching, and see ya.